Good evening, Truck and Tractor Pull fans. We're back with you this
We are
Wednesday.
here.
We are
Barely.
here.
We're
We're
here.
here. Yeah, we're. It's been a pretty busy day. I guess something in my eye. I'm trying to. I'll probably be rubbing off and on here, but anyway, um, yeah, we're gonna cover a great weekend of pulling. Great two shows, Easton and the Plata, Maryland. Man, a lot of pullers came to town. Had some good numbers, and probably the best weekend of pulling we've had probably all season in
That's
East
awesome.
Coast pro pulling. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep rubbing. I got something in my eye. Yeah, it was just last second. The last few notes hit on the intro, and bam, something got me in the eye. But anyway, um, yeah, we got a couple of things we want to talk about here real quick. First off, I got a message from Howard Meredith and Jamie Hall, a promoter at Easton, or Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Association, wanted to thank the pullers, PPL, East Coast Pro Pulling, the volunteers for their help and work for the event. And they put on a stellar event, fed the pullers, fed the workers. We really appreciate that, Jamie and the crew down there. And no doubt that's why it's one of the pullers' favorite events is Eastern Maryland. Track was pretty decent. Uh, it's just a good job all overall. And like I say, we had a lot of numbers and some pullers we haven't seen in a while come out this past weekend. So uh, we're going to let Kendra go through her interstate stuff, her results and stuff, and then I'm actually going to play. And no offense to you or interstate, I'm going to play a winner's clip, video clip, while I'm reading off the results for Easton and La Plata. But we'll give Kendra the floor here in a minute. And also, one of our own, Jimmy Moritz, lost his father on July 17th. He was 75 years old, native of Windsor, Pennsylvania. I never met him, but I'm sure, judging by Jimmy's work ethics, et cetera, I'm sure he was a great man. So uh, we're gonna go up probably tomorrow evening and pay our respects and respect to Jimmy and everything. He's a good friend, always been a good friend of ours. And Jimmy, we're praying for you and your family, buddy. It's never an easy thing to go through, and we're sorry that happened. We've talked off and on. We talk at least once a week, and I know his dad had been, suffering for a little while. So um, he's finally at ease. It's hard on the
Cancer
family.
sucks.
Cancer sucks. Cancer sucks. By the way, mad about cancer. Smashed that 25. They made $25,000,
Hmm.
and I've told them, hey, smash that goal. Let's go for 30. And we have other friends that are fighting this just nasty, nasty, nasty cancer. It sucks. And Jimmy's wife Denise is still bike riding. I'll put the links down here shortly
Hmm.
while Kendra's talking. I'll put the links up. And yeah, there's still time. Uh, make it worth the while, and it is worth the while. I mean, that's why they're doing what they're doing. Daniel Drought and Denise Moritz are doing what they can to help find a cure for cancer, and we appreciate it. I've had pullers coming to me and helpers and etc. Giving me donations, and I take it Monday or Tuesday or so, and I'll deposit it for them into the donation fund. So we appreciate it, and we'll gladly take more if we can. Every dollar counts. So let's see. I guess we'll go ahead and turn the floor over to you, Kendra, and you can tell us how your wonderful weekend was. And the only bad part of the weekend was we lost Delta. Uh, we were threatened by rain at La Plata all day, all early
Hmm.
part of the day, and we're like, we're just kind of, well, we'll stick it out here. We'll stick it out here. And I'm telling you what, it turned out to be an absolutely beautiful evening down there. Cooled off just a tick, just a tick. Humidity dropped, but Delta wasn't so lucky up here. I was getting messages from Cindy here because we're only about 4 miles away from the pool here in Delta, 4.5 miles. And she says, "Man, the sky's black and it's getting ready to happen." And it did. It really dumped rain here. But we were very fortunate in the Plata. We're not lucky. We usually get in trouble if there's rain in the area. We're usually nailed down there, but we got lucky. We got lucky Saturday night, and we had a great show. And I can't wait to go over the results because, man, what a modified tractor class we had down there. So that's exactly right, Andy Keene. Thanks for joining us tonight, buddy. Yeah, you bet. Great class Saturday. Some big names: Keith Wason, Tommy Owens. I'm sorry, Dylan Owens, Tommy's boy. Randy Davis with his new modified. It was great. And Lynn Clark, thanks for joining in. So Mike Walker. Mike was actually going to be with us on here tonight to take care of the national stuff, but that's okay, Mike. I took care of that for you. His boy needs the laptop tonight to do some college homework, so Mike was unable to join us.
I guess that's an acceptable excuse. Well, we'll forgive him.
Yeah, absolutely. Fire away. The floor is yours.
All right. So Interstate had a pretty big weekend. Actually have a bigger weekend coming up this weekend. We had a Friday night and a Saturday show this week. Friday night, we were at the Franklin County Fair here in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, where I'm only 5 miles away from. So it was definitely a hometown week for me and JR.
No, I wasn't at Delta.
That's true. You weren't going to be at Delta.
Saturday, I was about 3 hours from home. So
yeah. Well, this weekend, I'm going to be multiple hours from home, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. So Friday night, Franklin County Fair. I think Ivan Hissong, which is the head guy there on the board for the tractor pulling, I think he said something like 7,000 people through the gate. Like, it was the biggest crowd I've ever seen at Franklin County Fair. Anybody who has been there know that seating is at a premium, and everywhere you looked, there was a person, which was great to see that for the little local county fair here. They do $5 a car to get in, and there is not, I don't know of any other place that a family of 4, 5, or 6 can go to a tractor pull of this caliber for $5. Absolutely incredible that they do it, and I'm glad to see it paid off for them. We started the evening with the 10,000 Pro Farm class, had 8 vehicles in the class. First place went to Ray Belak with the Ragin' Red out of Gratz, Pennsylvania at 292.64. Second place went to, I'm going to butcher his name. We're going to go ahead and Scott Truskowski on a Ford 9000 out of Stewartsville, New Jersey for 287.64. Third place went to the man in charge, Ivan Hessong, with the limestone binder at 282.9. Fourth place went to Bobby Scheip with Old Blue at 280.57. Fifth place went to Jeremy DeLuca with the Sunset Smoker at 276.09. Third place went to first-time driver Ben Berker on the Laziers 4320 Limited Edition John Deere at 273.69. Seventh place went to Tim Miller with the Amish Ingenuity at 270.57. Eighth place went to Michael Norris with the Other Woman out of Liberty Town at 266.70. The next class that pulled, I believe, was the 7700 Light Limited. First place went to Jason Weichel with the Unleash at 286.09. Second place went to Bradley Seal with his New Holland T7 at 280.92. Third place went to Mark Smith with his Ford 9600 at 278.8. It was actually smoky driving, and we'll discuss Mark Smith with the Easton pool later. Fourth place went to Kenny Rippian with the Green Machine at 276.01. Fifth place went to Ben Flaherty Jr. with his Smokin' Red International at 271.62. Sixth place went to Eddie Ocker driving Sue Johnson's Iron Maiden at 270.21. Seventh place went to Shane Scott on his New Holland TM 130 at 269.8. Eighth place went to Matt Smokey Smith with Fast Forward at 267.62. Ninth place went to Matt Dersham with the other half at 265.65. And 10th place went to a new name for us here at Interstate, Roy Dumas with Not Your Average Deer. And he came to us from, listen to this, Bluffton, South Carolina. He was on his way back down. His engine builder and the tractor was being stored in New York. And he was in the process of moving, getting but he planned on coming back up to run at some of our Southern Virginia pools. So hopefully that's not the last we'll see of him. Super nice guy. Hope he can make it back. But he rounded out the class at 10th place at 259.18. The next class that ran was the 7800 modifieds. Taking the win was Ricky Blizzard with Barely Affordable at 293.60. And then between second place and sixth place in this class, it was less than 2 feet of a difference. So this class was stacked up and literally came down to inches between second and sixth. Second place was Jason Michael with the Untamed. He had a wonderful evening, first in one class and second in another, at 280.82. Third place was Ian Ericker with Unstable at 279.93. Fourth place was Rough and Ready of Kevin Stauffer at 279.89. Fifth place went to Andy Forrester with the Boss 9 at 279.46. Sixth place went to Nelson Egolf with the Tinker Toy at 278.42. Seventh place went to Amber Blizzard on the Unaffordable at 273.96. And eighth place went to Tom Kennedy with the Old Reliable at 273.45.
Hi, David. I had to get that in real quick. I missed his name. I just now seen it come up.
All right. So then the last interstate class that ran was the 8500 Mod Turbo, and we were trying to beat the rain. The rain clouds were definitely looming all around us, and every now and again you'd get a big gust of wind, and you're like, great, here it comes. But it held off on us. First place for the night went to Vern Zerby with the Dr. LZ at 281.29. Second place went to Steve Beckley with Up in Smoke at 272.32. Third place went to Mark Miller with the Mighty Mouse at 269.89. Fourth place went to Vern Zerby with Z Unit at 267.43. Fifth place went to Logan Smith with Moody Blue at 266.58. Sixth place went to Jason Malott with Double OZ at 265.95. Seventh went to Jason Forrester with Papa Smurf at 261.83. Eighth place went to Guy Gokenauer at Stress Test at 261.01. And ninth place went to Philip Price doing the driving with 260.43. And they actually did a gender reveal with the tractor there at the pool. Kevin Grove, which is the main mechanic, and his boys do a lot of the driving. His daughter is pregnant, and they had a second smokestack that they put the colored powder down in, and then it was almost like a smoke bomb down in it. So the tractor had blue smoke before it went down pulling. So that was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it the same color as our background?
Yeah, it was. Yep, a little boy. So congratulations to the Grove family. I believe her last name is now Heckman. So congratulations to their family. That's kind of the fun part about being at people's hometown pools, is you get to see stuff like that. So then we did have 6 semis pool that night. I did not get the results for them because I know I was rushing trying to get out of there. You know, I've got all the excuses, but we won't go through that. All right. So the reason I was rushing to get out of there is because we were leaving for New Media Speedway or Dragway. New Media Dragway. The next morning, we had a 1:00 pool. They're at New Media Dragway for the East Coast Diesel Nationals major truck event. The numbers seem to be a little bit down this year. I think everybody was kind of scared of the rain. And the rain held off until about, I think we left there at 4:30 or 5:00. And that's when everybody's phones started going off with tornado warnings and, all that kind of fun stuff. Which is always what you want to hear when you're going to be driving through the mountains in a semi. So
That sounds like La Plata weather.
Yeah. But luckily we all made it home safe. We did hit a torrential downpour coming through Harrisburg, but we all made it home just fine. So anyway, we had 3 interstate classes at New Media that survived the ridiculous heat and humidity. First class that ran was the modified class, so we'll go over them first. 5 of them made the trip. Taking the win was Amber Blizzard with the unaffordable at 351.12. So we went from a short track at Franklin County to let them run to 350 feet at New Media.
Yeah.
Second place went to Jason Michael with the Untamed at 349.55. Third place went to Andy Forrester with the Boss 9. Sorry, I'm reading my shorthand notes the way they're written. 343.99. Fourth place went to Ricky Blizzard with Barely Affordable at 343.13. And fifth place was Ian Ericker with the Unstable at 329.44. Next class to run was the 8500 Mod Turbos. Taking the win there was Vern Zerby with the Z unit at 315.81. Place was Steve Beckley with the Up and Smoke John Deere at 314.55. Third place went to Jason Forrester with Papa Smurf at 314.43. Fourth place went to Vern Zerby at 313 feet .92. Fifth place went to Vern Zerby again with the Dr. LZ at 271.89. And rounding out the class was Justin Latour with the Addicted Tractor at 106.10. It was nice to see him make the trip down. He said it was a short trip, only 6 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Only 6 hours. But it was good to see him. Hope to see him here at some more pools soon.
Yeah, we have some travelers too.
Mm-hmm. And then the final class for the afternoon was the 6200 two-wheel drive trucks. Taking the win was Dale Forrester with the Bandit at 311.39. Second place was Austin Stoner driving Jason Forrester. It is a nephew-uncle relationship there. Driving 8 Up at 304.93. Third place went to Andy Forrester with Turn Back the Clock at 295.7. Fourth place is my personal favorite name, Ian Ericker with the Village Idiots at 292.13. And fifth place went to Cheryl Foley with the Blush Truck at 274.87. And that rounded out the Interstate Tractor Pullers weekend. Do want to give a shout out, though, to my local county fair. They had their farm stock pull. And, of course, I am definitely a power and noise kind of tractor puller. But it is always a nice change of pace to go farm stock pulling. And I encourage everybody to go out to their local fair, especially on the farm stock night. That's where a lot of really good stories are. For example, this year, a couple of cousins what's that called? They fixed up, they restored their grandfather's International 856 tractor, and they all got to pull it in different weight classes. So that was pretty neat to see. Their grandfather recently passed away, and they were able to get back out there. And luckily, the announcer knew that story and was able to kind of share it with the crowd. It was just a really special moment to see, and that's something you don't always get to see at the sanctioned events that we're all used to going to. So get out there and support your local county fairs.
From antique to farm stock, classic to 20,000-pound semis. Get out there and support them.
Yep, exactly. And that is all that I have for the interstate side as far as in the past.
Almost made her 8:30.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to go ahead and run a video while I got several results to go over here. But okay. anyway.
Maybe.
No,
There it
ain't no
comes.
maybes. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. But anyway, Friday night, Lucas Oil Pro Pooling League, East Coast Pro Pooling was at one of our favorite pools of the year at Easton, Maryland, Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Showgrounds in Easton, Maryland. And first got great numbers. All classes had great numbers, good track. Like I said, they fed the pullers, and it was hot. I mean, a lot of them are pitted in the shade and stuff, but it didn't matter. It was just really hot. But we did good. We made it through it. And first class up was the 10,500-pound 466 hot farm tractors, and we had 12. Actually,
Wow.
14 total. Two of them were exhibition. But taking the win, as you just saw, was Doug Heyman with Bulls Binder with an absolutely monster run at 344.19. Second was Dave Daugherty with the Buzzard Bait Oliver. They 322.86. Third was Ray Norris with Pack and Heat. The John Deere at 316.73. Fourth, Paul Richardson. Man, Paul's been laying some very good runs down with his Alice Chalmers called Venomous at 316.03. Fifth was Nick Morrison with Toxic at 311.18. Sixth was Ray Norris with his other tractor called Well Armed at 307.85. Seventh was Jeff King with High Cotton at 305.31. Eighth was Hometown Feller, we'll call him, J. Howard Meredith Jr. with the Junkyard Dog at 291.30. Ninth was Stephen Hall with the Holland Harvester at 271.39. 10th was Ike Riggs with his White at 247.32. Ike's making passes up the track.
It's awesome.
It's awesome to see. You bet. Yep. And I know he's had some issues and some troubles probably over the last 3 years. And it's all starting to come together for him. 11th was Mike Moreland with the Digging Deep International at 238.51. And 12th, Kurt Collins with the Cornfield Cadillac International at 11.88. And we had two exhibition tractors in the class this particular evening. Clayton Sweeney. Everybody knows Clayton Sweeney with the barn.
Say, bless your heart. I'm sorry you had to deal with him.
He laid down an exhibition run of 290.10. Perrin Bean was also with us with the All About That Alice Chalmers D21, and he went 284.58 exhibition. So next up was I may be out of line. Okay, it would be the 20,000-pound limited pro stock semi trucks, and I can't say what the announcer said, but I really want to, but I won't. And I really hope I got to talk to Dave Greek, and Dave Greek took the win with the pressure time Peterbilt, and I'm going to leave it at that at 349.10. Second was Jerry Martin with his Inconvenience Freightliner Caterpillar powered at 320.60, and Brian Smith is back out with his Snowblind Mac V8 Mac.
Awesome.
At 309.91. That was the only three that showed up. 7,800-pound East Coast diesel, pro stock diesel 4-wheel drive trucks. And the man with the new T-shirts, Norman Newswanger with Chapter 11, taking the win at 335.04. Second was John Mans with his Crazy X Ford at 334.20. Third, Andrew Grove with the Bad Timing Dodge at 321.83. And fourth was Carl Ankiewicz with the Living on the Edge Dodge at 314.94. Then we went into the 8,500-pound light pro tractors, and I'm trying to slow down a little bit. But, just real quick, if you want to take a look here at this brand new, first time on the track, Running Bear tractor, Randy Davis. Beautiful piece. I'm telling you, it's
Say those graphics look awesome.
Runs as good as it looks, believe me. But,
wow.
Anyway, light pro. Mark Smith with the Fast Ford at 342.89, taking the win. That was their third competition hook. Two of them were at
Mm-hmm.
Shippensburg in a rehook situation, and they took a second place at Shippensburg, and they come out here in their second event and get the win. And that tractor is very strong. Again, 342.89 was the distance taking the win. Second was Jeff Michelacci with his Demented Case IH at 337.37. Third was J. Howard Meredith Jr. with Meredith's Agitator, 326.75. Fourth was Kevin Nutt with the Rolling Thunder International at 321 and 74. And fifth was Jeff Kohick with the Screaming Eagle case at 300.09. And away we go. We went into the 9,500 Super Stock, 10,000 pound Pro Stock tractors. And I'm sure about a 7.5 hour drive, David Everman from Dansville, New York, with the overruled Alcohol Super at 310 and 37, taking the win. Second was Chris Hoyt with Nutcase at 307.80. Third was Kevin Windsor. Is it Windsor? Yes, Kevin Windsor, Sr., with the six shooter at 298.11. And fourth was Henry Everman, also from Dansville, New York, with the forced decision, 295.83. Fifth, Tommy Beggar was out again with with the Patriot International at 232.62. It's a fresh setup, and they've had some retooling to do, and I'd say
we'll get there.
Time, oh yeah, no doubt about it. Sixth was Scott Becker with Light the Fire. Alice Chalmers D21, 141 and 18. Seventh was Henry Everman with Final Decision, which is a diesel super, and 54.77 with an injector issue. And unfortunately, I hate to say that Corey Hoyt with Stress Case finished eighth with a DQ right sideline.
I thought that one picture of that Ty put up, I was like, man, he's getting close.
Yep. Out of bounds. So unfortunate for them, but he bounces back.
Yep.
And rounding out the event was the 6,200 pound modified forward drive trucks. It was good to have them back at Easton. And taking the win was Billy Kramer with the Contender Chevrolet at 344.05. Second was John Davis, or John T. Davis, I guess they're going, with the Young Gun Chevy at 342.83. Third was Jake Kramer, brother to Billy, with the Supernatural at 339.63. Fourth, Dan Savage with Badass at 336.04. Fifth was Wayne Tapscott II, the Tasmanian Terror 2 at 334.57. Sixth was Peyton Davis with the Punisher Chevy at 332.14. Seventh, with a new clutch and no bounce, a nice smooth run, Linda Ziegler with the Iron Butterfly Chevy, 331.20. They definitely have laid their fingers on the issues they've had. And congratulations to them. I think they hurt something. I'm not sure. I thought I heard somebody say that they hope to be ready by the weekend for Lincoln. So, well, I'm not sure what all was going on. Eighth was Wayne Tapscott Sr. with High Anxiety, 330.02. Big distances, you make a 330-foot run in your eighth place. That's something else. Ninth was Michael Adair with the Family Affair Chevy, also out of New York, at 328.69. 10th was Troy Nails with the Killing Time Chevy, 327.60. And John Dugan with the Damage Plan Ford, 302.96. Again, 11 vehicles in that class. And just great night of pulling. Had a good time. And it's good to see some familiar faces back out running again. And we went to La Plata, Maryland with our fingers crossed. The next day, we went to La Plata, Maryland, and hot, but we got overcast, and it started to cool. I guess the humidity dropped a little bit because there was, I'm sure, some storms, not super
all around,
close, but around, and we kind of benefited a little bit from it. We had a couple sprinkles. That was it. No shower. No threats really.
Good.
But we started the evening with the 6,200 pound modified four-wheel drive trucks, 13 this night, And taking the win, Wayne Tapscott the second with Tasmanian Terror 2. The Hemi-powered Chevrolet at 314.16. Second was Dan Savage with Badass, another Hemi-powered Chevy. I say Hemi, that's a Chemi, if you will. Come on and say it. I missed that. I missed those comments.
I was gonna say, yeah, he said that whenever you're talking about Dave Greek.
Oh, yeah, it was hilarious. It's hilarious. And I'm sorry. Dan Savage was second with Badass, 312.13. Third was Peyton Davis with the Punisher, 310.72. Fourth, Jacob Kramer, or Jake Kramer, we'll call him, the Supernatural Chevy at 307.17. Fifth was Wayne Tapscott Sr. with High Anxiety at 302.03. Sixth was Billy Kramer, the previous night's winner, the Contender Chevy, at 301.84. Seventh was John T. Davis with the Young Gun Chevy, 301.78. Eighth was Linda Ziegler with the Iron Butterfly Chevy at 301.59. Ninth was Kevin Schools with the Just Rutten Chevrolet at 300.10. 10th was Michael Adair's Family Affair, once again from New York, his Chevy at 292.60. 11th was Greg Griffith Jr., his first time out with East Coast Pro Pulling. Runs the Dragon Motorsports circuit pretty much. With their Southern Comfort Chevy at 291.07. 12th, and we're going to talk about Mr. Nails. 12th was Troy Nails with the Killing Time Chevy at 289.78. Troy was test hook and turned down his first run of 316 and change, which would have won the class. But he's been having some engine issues, and the Plata, both runs, was nice and crisp, it seemed. The mist was gone, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm sure he's more happy to have two good runs on his truck without any engine mishaps than anything. And then rounding out the class, the 13th was John Dugan's Damage Plan Ford at 287.66. Okay. Woo-wee. Ain't this fun?
I'm just here watching the video. I'm good.
Andy Keene, just remember, you can't keep a good one down, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Next time I see that announcer be Greensboro, probably I'm going to have to go up and compliment him on his sayings. So kind of comical. 9,500 Super Stock 10,000 Pro Stock tractors were up next. Excuse me. And David Everman, once again, sweeping the weekend with the overruled Case IH, taking the win, 296.69. Second was Corey Hoyt with Stress Case at 287.83, kept her within the white lines. Third, Chris Hoyt with the Nutcase, 283.25. Fourth, so many noises out there. We got a cat, a big male cat that jumps on the hamper to jump up on his box on the dryer, and it sounds like he's knocking the wall down. It's hilarious. Fourth, Henry Everman with Forced Decision at 277.64. Fifth was Kevin Windsor Jr. with the six-shooter, alcohol-powered or fueled New Holland at 263.02. Sixth was Kevin Hutt with the Rolling Thunder IH at 250.01. Seventh was J. Howard Meredith Jr. with Meredith's Agitator at 246.71. And eighth was Scott Becker at 200.23. And they're still working on turbo issues. So 6,200-pound modified two-wheel drive trucks. 9 of them on the ham. Nice class.
Say that's a lot of two-wheel drives.
Yeah, nice class of two-wheel drives. And look at that silly pickle on the screen.
I know.
Look at him go.
I'm critiquing. Don't you worry. I'm making notes over here.
Okay. Run, Norman. Run. Run while you can. Anyway, two-wheel drive trucks. Crystal Wilson, her Dirty Money, taking the win at 302.74. Second was Irv Clark out of Machias, New York. I've heard that name butchered so bad so many times. With the Taz toy at 302.05. He just says if they can't say it, he tells them also just say Lime Lake, New York.
That's a lot easier.
Yeah. Third was Steve Wilson with the Running Bear Chevy at 300.46. Fourth, Darren Wilson with the new Dirty Money Chevy at 298 and 11. Fifth was Buck Tipton with the Tipton's Wild and Blue Sea Cab at 293.80. Sixth was Chris Lee out of Zebulon, North Carolina with the Little Red Chevy at 290.29. Seventh, Alan Brown with the new Sea Cab two-wheel drive he just put together at 285.43. Eighth was David Carlton with Breathe Easy 2 Chevy at 275 even. And ninth was Trent Best, still cutting his teeth with the Best Bet T-Bucket at 32.45. He'll get it. It'll make another pass again. Patience, patience, patience. I'm getting plugged up now. What's next? It was really smoky. I put that post on Facebook because it was like really hazy. I walked out yesterday and took a deep breath. I'm like, wow, you could smell it just as bad as you could see it. It's like, holy moly. No, Mike Walker. I don't want Herb to hate me. But Delavan is nearby, yes. Diesels in Dark Corners. Yes, that is a very good truck. You bet. We're happy that all of our trucks here, not a single one of them will disappoint you. They all run very, very good. They can, and honestly, any of them can win anywhere in the country. Absolutely.
And they have.
And they have, yes. We are very proud of all of our pullers, but our diesel trucks, yes, absolutely. 7,500-pound modified tractors were next up. And I'll tell you what, if you like modified tractors, you definitely got your fill. Taking the win was a brand new modified, the Running Bear of Randy Davis at 345.69. Second, Dylan Owens with a triple Chevy machine that, man, I'm telling you, 341.67. That thing has got it's got some ponies, man.
That's awesome.
Really awesome, yeah. Third, Keith Wason with Super B, 341.01. Fourth was Jason McKenzie with the Never Satisfied Twin Hemi machine at 300.98. Fifth was Phil Jones with the Attitude Adjuster triple Chevy, 271.16. Sixth was Dave Deku with Double Vision Twin Allison at 261.30. Jeremy Hansen was seventh with Misfit Money Pit at 225.36, and that tractor is actually a Hemi out front with a Chevy behind it. So that's 225.36. Fighting a pretty good bounce problem, but he'll get it. Eighth, Len Brookhart with Radio Reactor. Again, bounced hard. Dang it. 183.30. And ninth was the Wild Hair of Sharon Everman out of New York. Twin Hemis with a DQ. Out of bounds left sideline and ran over the banners as well. So we got some work to do to repair some banners. So that's the way it goes. And rounding out the night was the 10,500-pound 466 Hot Farm tractors. And Hometown Hero, we'll call him. He was picking on him. I wasn't picking on him. I was saying, hey, it's hard to win your hometown pool.
It is very hard.
Yeah. And he doubled it up. And I'll explain what I mean here. Ray Norris took the win with the Pack and Heat John Deere at 307.38. And Ray Norris also grabbed the runner-up spot with his well-armed John Deere at 302.63. So Ray Norris was 1-2 at home. And it's hard enough to win your home pool, let alone take the top two spots. That's awesome. Third was Mike Moreland with the Digging Deep IH at 296.48. Fourth was J. Howard Meredith Jr. with the Junkyard Dog at 287.21. Fifth was Perrin Bean, all about that Alice, at D21 at 285.97. Sixth was Kendra's favorite, the Barnstormer of Clayton Sweeney at 275.49. Seventh was Stephen Hall with the Holland Harvester at 262.43. And I got to tell you, Steve's coming around. The tractor's starting to run pretty good, buddy. And eighth, Ike Riggs with his white at 250.77, getting further and further up the track with every pass. So now you're going to say, well, the hot farms were scheduled at Delta 2. Yes, they were. Unfortunately, they were rained out, but the deal was they were running for money, and I guess no points or the same points or however it was. So, but otherwise, that class could have been 13 to 14 tractors.
Yeah.
Those that came up here. So a great weekend pulling. Once again, Jamie Hall wants to thank everybody that came and supported the event, the workers, the Pro Pulling League, and we appreciate and believe me, Windsor and the crew down there at the Southern Maryland Promoters do a wonderful job at La Plata. They've had struggles over the years with rainouts. I think 3 years in a row at one string, it was just solid rainouts, and they've hung in there, stuck their neck on the lines, and we appreciate them doing that. And we enjoy going to La Plata. It's unfortunately there's no shade, but it's flat. And it's easy to get around, and decent crowd. I think Jamie said Easton on Friday night was the second best crowd they've ever had. So
wow, that's awesome.
That's fantastic. So we're happy to hear that, and we got we got two great events to talk about on my end of the things. But we're going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Kendra, and tell us what's happening on your end, neck of the woods.
A lot.
Great. Good deal.
I was just telling JR before the show, we're actually going to be camping out this weekend. We have a couple pools that it's like one big triangle, so it doesn't really make sense to come home and then go back up. So we're actually going to stay up this weekend. But anyway, so tonight actually, the Light Limiteds are pulling up in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Which is the Plainfield Farmers Fair. Plainfield Farmers Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Little teeny tiny town, little teeny tiny fair, but I tell you what, they have a really good track, and the crowd loves tractor pulling, so it's always fun. You said you've been there, right, JR?
Yeah, a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. So how Plainfield works is you are literally pulling in a triangle with two busy roads in between, so it's crazy.
Andy King. If Andy King couldn't get his pizza at La Plata, I don't think he'd ever go back. But I actually had a slice of it. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
But I understand why it's a big deal to him now.
So anyway, back up at Plainfield Farmers Fair, you are actually pulling directly towards a blacktop road. Craziest thing ever. And then you turn around and you come right back down past bleachers, and the crowd loves you. They cheer for everybody. It's a really good place to go to as a puller. And they have really good ice cream. Can't count that out.
Yeah, pizza and ice cream, man.
I know. So the Light Limiteds are there tonight. That pool started at 6:30. I think what I tell you, there was 8 Light Limiteds up there.
Yeah.
I was hoping that I'd be able to give live results as they were pulled. Tomorrow night, we are going to be back up there again with the 7,800 modifieds, 8,500 mod turbos, and the 10,000 Pro Farm class. They also have a couple local classes, some modified trucks. I would call it like an enhanced farm stock. Definitely not regular farm stock. But always a good time up there. The registration ladies, they're great. Not much more you could ask for. And then on Friday, we are heading to the Lycoming County Fair in Hughesville, Pennsylvania. Again, another great fair. If you're anywhere close to Lycoming County, I highly suggest you go. The fair takes place at an old circle track with like the gravel, kind of like if anybody's ever been to Woodstock. The track is very similar, and the whole fair is around that track. So lots of great food. Got to go there and get your Uncle Paul's pretzel sandwich, and then the 4-H ice cream. It's the only meal you need there. But pulling there tomorrow night is going to be the 12,000 Ag Open class, a 6,200 non-turbo tractor class, the 7,800 modifieds, 8,500 mod turbos, 10,000 pro farms, and the 7,700 light limiteds. And then down at my hometown fair in Boonesboro, Maryland, also on Friday at 7:00 p.m., they're going to have the 4,500 small block trucks, the 11,000 hot farms, as well as an 8,500 open class. So any interstate pullers or anybody local there who does not have a place to go pull, they're going to let pretty much anybody make a test pass there. Just call Darren or Destiny Olden, message the Interstate Facebook page, and somebody will get you their information. And then are you going to cover the buck on Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll let you do that one.
Thanks,
on
Mom.
Saturday, huh?
I said, thanks, Mom.
Okay. Well, I was like, I don't want to say it twice, and I figured you would have a poster.
I have a flyer that I made for that event coming right up.
See, that's what I figured. I was like, you'll have the pretty picture. So, and then on Saturday, yes, we are up to like 6 events in the next 3 days. So, on Saturday at Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, it is the kickoff to their fair week. Saturday at 7:00, they're going to have a 9,500 out of the field non-turbo tractor class, the 1850 small block minis, the 2050 big block minis, the 4,500 small block trucks, and the 7,700 light limiteds, as well as a 8,000 street diesel class. Uh-oh.
Somebody just messaged me and said, "Aha, JR, so you should have been wearing your mask. You got COVID." I'll tell you what's going on here, okay? I've got a headache, and I'm stuffed up because in my family, when the weather changes, if there's a front going through or whatever, we get like sinus headache, sinus this, sinus that.
Mhm.
That's what I'm fighting tonight. It's not COVID.
But yes, go check out the Interstate website, the Interstate Facebook page, anything Interstate. Like I said, we have 6 events coming up in the before Saturday. So between Wednesday and Saturday, there is interstate pulling just about every corner of the East Coast area here.
Every corner of the globe.
Yeah, not corner of the globe. I'm glad we don't go that far.
Globe's round. You don't have corners when.
That's true.
Aha,
So yeah,
gotcha. See,
every corner of Pennsylvania and Maryland, we have a pull this week.
Kids.
Because I think, yeah, isn't Nazareth is almost like to the New Jersey state line or something?
Yeah, it's not far.
Crazy.
Right. It's not far.
Yeah, because one year we accidentally went to New Jersey. Whoops, that was a fun story.
Yep. Just take the Stockertown exit. That's what I was always told.
Yeah, it's literally the last exit. Is it on 78? I think.
I don't remember. I think so.
Yeah. And next thing you know, we're on like the New Jersey Turnpike or something. It was not a good situation. Do not recommend. No. And I wasn't driving, so it wasn't my fault that we got lost. But but anyway, I think that's about all we have on the interstate side of things. I should have plenty of results next week.
Wow, you left me a whole 8 minutes.
I did. I'm very kind and gracious like that.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with the buck. And in 2019, I mean, the buck has been around 74, I guess. I guess 74 is first full year. Andy or Clint will definitely, Clint's on here as well. He's telling you, yes, it was the last exit before New Jersey.
So I knew it was close.
Not that he's a trucker or anything. But, in 2019, they started a nostalgia event at the Buck, and pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. And there we go. But this Saturday night, 7 p.m., is Nostalgia Night at the Buck. And I'm telling you what, if you've been around tractor pulling as long as myself or many others, this is an event for you. It's the Nostalgia Truck and Tractor Pulling Night at the Buck Blast from the Past. NTPA Legends Tour. Historic pulling action. Charlie Huber's Red Fever will be there. Coleman Whitley's old Ether Eater, which is now owned by Jim Meter in New York, runs with ESP. It's called the Green Phantom, but he kept the side shields and stuff, the original 10 of the tractor. It's all letter Delaware Ether Reader originally and everything. So he puts that on the tractor and brings it down. Pretty cool. And let's see, the Thomas Brothers Deer Power John Deere, and they need no introduction. Anybody who's been around pulling a long time knows
Mhm.
all about Leonard and Donnie Thomas with the Deer Power 1 and 2, actually, I guess. Let's see, the Interstate Classic modified tractors will be there. East Coast Pro Pulling, Hot Farm Smoker tractors, and I'm going to say local four-wheel drive pulling trucks also. Four-wheel drive meaning like super street, pro street style. It's kind of like an open four-wheel drive, but not modified, if you will, like what runs with East Coast, because they actually have a points hook at another pool that I'm going to be telling you about here in just a minute. But that's this Saturday night, July 24th at the Buck, the NTPA Legends Tour, 7 p.m. Man, even if you don't know anything about the origins uh, of early tractor pulling, go and learn. It's some cool stuff there, and they also is an area. They'll have an area there to put other, I guess, older pullers on display. So not only you'll be able to walk up and see some older stuff that may not be running or probably will be running or whatever, but Luck and Bill's Black Magic will be there. And one of my favorites from back in the day, and they all were, but one of my real tight favorites, because I'm an old Dodge guy, okay, and is the Terrace Land Special. In that flyer, you see the upper left-hand photo. Uh, that was one of my favorites. Uh, it started off as the Sting from Les Landis, and then sold to Greg Manners, Terrace Land Special, and that tractor is pretty much on the series all the time, I guess, with this Legends tour. So check it out, definitely. 7 p.m. Saturday night at the Buck. The Legends tour is back. So okay, East Coast Pro Pulling will be at Abbottstown, Pennsylvania this Saturday at the Lincoln Speedway at 7 p.m. Listen carefully. 6,200-pound modified two-wheel drive trucks, 6,200-pound modified four-wheel drive trucks, the limited pro stock semis, and the 7,500-pound modified tractors are added to this event. No points. They will be running for money only. No points. And I don't want to start any rumors, but I've been told phone calls are being made, and there's a very good possibility that some of the tractors we've seen Saturday night at La Plata are going to be at the Lincoln Speedway. So,
Cool.
by all means, if you're in that area or want to see the big boys, uh, it'll be a great event. Lincoln Speedway in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania. And that's going to be at 7 p.m. Two-wheel drive, modified four-wheel drive, limited pro stock semis, and modified tractors. Don't miss it. July, I'm going to go ahead and go into July 28th, which is Wednesday night. The Lebanon Area Fair in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. East Coast Pro Pulling will have the 6,200-pound modified four-wheel drive trucks, 9,500-pound super stock, 10,000-pound pro stock tractors, the East Coast Diesel, pro stock diesel four-wheel drive trucks, 466 hot farm tractors, and the limited pro stock semis will be on hand, and their rain date will be the next day, July 29th at 7:30 p.m. But anyway, Wednesday, July 28th is the original date, and that will be at 7:30 p.m. So that's some good stuff happening. Got a busy week. Also, Mike Walker, did a little digging. I've got July 27th, Freeport, Illinois, the Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League Champions Tour, Tournament of Champions. We just call it Champions Tour, what I call it. With the light super stock tractors, super farm tractors, and unlimited super stock tractors. And I saw a 5 p.m. start time for that show. July 27th, Freeport, Illinois. July 29th in Goshen, Indiana, the Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League Champions Tour will come to town. 11 a.m. I see is the start time there. I hope I got that right. And that's the light super stock tractors, the modified mini rod tractors, super farm tractors, modified two-wheel drive trucks, and the super modified tractors. And Freeport and Goshen are two fantastic events every year um, for PPL. And if you're in that area, unfortunately we are not, but make sure you stop out and patronize it and take care of these promoters. So there's some great shows. Also, July 23rd and 24th, the National Tractor Pullers Association Grand National in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. And I know that's a favorite for a lot of pullers. And Friday and Saturday are 7 p.m. start times for the modified four-wheel drive trucks, the modified mini tractors, pro stock tractors, super stock diesel tractors, and the unlimited modified tractors. Both nights, Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m., July 23rd and 24th, Chapel Hill, Tennessee. And it's 8:59, and I think I have it all covered. So I don't. I didn't get the chance. I've been really busy. I didn't get a chance to dig in and see. I'm sure Dragon Motorsports has some stuff coming up. DragonPulls.com. FullPoolProductions.com for Richard Love with his new pulling outfit, and check into that for local upcoming pulls. So I apologize, I just didn't get a chance to get over there to it. I just finished burning the last DVD of a set for a guy, ordered 7 sets, and I literally 2 minutes after 8 I was pulling the disc out of the machine. It's been very, very busy, plus some family stuff going on here too. So
well, hot off the iPhone presses out of Nazareth, PA. I just had the results sent to me, so we'll go over
Awesome.
them quick.
very good.
Taking the win tonight, Ben Flaherty Jr. with the Smokin'
Hey,
Red.
Benny, there you go.
Super glad to see him get a win, his first for the season. Way to go, Ben. Put a hurting on him, 303.89. And second place was Jason Weichel with the Unleashed at 288.63. Third place went to Kenny Rippian at 284.66. Fourth place went to Smokey Smith with Fast Forward at 284.42. Fifth place was Mark Smith at 276.48. Sixth place went to Bradley Seal with the New Holland T7 at 273.79. I wrote down a distance wrong. Hold on. Then seventh place went to Eddie Yocker at 273.62. I can't read that text that just came in.
No. You can tell me later.
And then eighth place was Shane Scott with his New Holland TM130 at 272.56. So congratulations, Ben Flaherty. Good to see you do so well, buddy. Happy for you. But yeah, that was, and they should all be home before midnight. So that's a good night of pulling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
It's let's just see how fast they can drive tonight.
I know how some of them drive. Some of them will be home tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, that's then all I've got. And hey, it's 9:02. Look at us.
That's okay. That's good. And yeah, Clinton Younts. You can also see the antique track crew. The Buck was famous for, forever up until a few years ago. They have a lot of their guys that still to this day still work there. It's a part-time job for them, but I mean, these guys have been there a long time. Long time, and they just keep coming back. And Mike takes care of his people, and of course, there's been other owners previous to Mike, but everybody enjoys the Buck. And I also want to say I messaged with Adam today, Adam Drought, and evidently his testing. He had another round of treatments, and his testing went very good. He's meeting with the people tomorrow. I didn't delve into it. It was a quick read, but bottom line is Adam is doing well, doing better, which we're happy to hear. And like I said, they topped their $25,000 goal, which they moved up. And I told Daniel today, I said, let's smash that and let's go for 30. So hopefully we can do that. And by all means, keep below me and Kendra, there's 2 links there. One's for Denise Moretz. She has rode several cancer rides over the years, and she continues to do so. And unfortunately, the family has lost a member to cancer. So it makes it all that much more special to just give a helping hand if you can. So like, subscribe, share. You can hit that thumb. How about just smash the thumbs up button?
Yeah.
Smash that thumbs up button for us, and we appreciate it. It helps us grow on YouTube. I love YouTube. YouTube's really been really good for the last 2.5 years for me, and for everything. And as I said, let's start a show, and I'm not worried about making money with the show. I'm having fun. We're getting the word of pulling out there. We're getting some results out there for you. Yeah, I know it's cool to have some cool pulling guests on here, and they're coming. It's just we have so much.
It's really good
stuff.
for the off season.
It is, and because it's just so much. I mean, our main thing was to cover results, upcoming events, because we want everybody to know.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had people come to me and say they don't bother reading any schedules because they watch this show. And I've personally had them come to me and tell me, I watch the show because I know where I'm going to go next because you guys give us the next events. That made me feel good. So we're doing something right anyway.
Yep. It's awesome to have people come up to you and well, you'll have something to talk about Wednesday now. And it's like
you met the president of the
I did.
Klub
I got
Kendra.
to meet the president of my fan club.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. That was a pretty cool deal. And yeah, we're having a good time, and I'm not tired of it, and I probably never will get tired of it. So yeah, I know we're harping on this cancer thing, but you know what? Adam has been a big help to me over the years, and we want to get him cured up. And there's some other people, we won't mention because we just won't. But they're fighting it too, and we love them dearly, and we want the best that they can absolutely get. So that's why it's important to us to help smash these numbers. Please help Denise, and oh yeah, we'll definitely be at Union County. It's coming upon us real quick. We got a very busy week that week. I guess Grovey and I will be in West Virginia Monday, Summit Station, Pennsylvania Tuesday, and then Friday, I guess we'll be in Laurelton. I'll probably come home and then go back Saturday maybe. I know Tanner's going to film from Thursday on at Laurelton. So yeah.
So yeah, that's a busy week.
Yeah, a lot of running. Thank you, Lynn Clark. We appreciate it. Thanks everybody for coming in. I'm not going to sit here and rattle on and on. I mean, unless you got something else you want to talk about, Kendra.
Nope, I'm all good.
You're wrong.
Uh-oh, what'd I forget?
You've got T-shirts. You've got new T-shirts to talk about.
I do. Norm Newsinger, Chapter 11. He has some new Chapter 11 T-shirts. Whoops. He always said that it was too much work to get T-shirts. Well, I'm always up for a challenge. So if you guys would like a Chapter 11 T-shirt, it is on my Facebook page as well as his. Just send us a message, and I will make sure you get one.
There you go. See, you thought you were done.
I did. We'll try to make Norm some money back.
Norm's a good guy. I'm sure
He
people
is.
will be happy to support him. So,
yep.
I'm just happy he finally talks. So,
and like I said on my Facebook post, who doesn't want a T-shirt with a smoke and pickle on it? Like, come on.
And do you know what?
What?
Do you know what?
Uh-oh.
He's going to come on the show with us. Don't laugh. He's coming on the show with us.
Oh. The only way would be, like we said, were you there for that conversation? Me and Andy Grove will sit there and talk on here, and he can just work on the truck in the background.
Actually, it was talked about we just get him and Andy and a few of them on together at one time.
Yeah, that would be a good time.
That would take a little pressure off, those that don't really. There's no need to be camera shy. People want to see and talk to you and ask you questions. So.
Well, and that's like I told him. I was like, it's just like him and I having a conversation. Like, it's just in front of a camera and, a couple other people are watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're Hollywood and you got 1 million viewers. So I wish
exactly.
But, yeah, it'd be great to get, a couple, 2 or 3 or 4 up. 3 or 4, it don't matter. The whole class wants to come on. We can do that too.
Yeah.
But
get him again, and Mans and Andy and
that's John Mans. I can get John Mans on right now. I don't have.
Yeah.
I know he'll come on. He's always got plenty to say. In a good way.
Yeah.
But Yeah, but that's off season stuff because the reason being is when you get somebody on, you want time to interview them, and by the time Kendra and I are done running through our stuff, you know, we don't want to be on here 2 hours a night. So no offense, Adam. That was a different situation. That
Yep.
was a different situation.
Sometimes I turn into a pumpkin at 10 o'clock. So
That's better than turning into something else, I guess.
yeah, exactly.
So, anyway, okay. So get out there. You got some great events this weekend. Interstate,
Yep.
Dragon Motorsports, PPL, NTPA, East Coast Pro Pooling. Fantastic. And the Buck with this nostalgia night. Uh, I'll get to it one of these days because I can tell you, as a youngster, I watched every one of those tractors that's on that flyer. I remember like they pulled yesterday. So, yes, I'm that old. So, but
Well,
yeah, that would be great.
you mentioned the Thomas brothers. Donnie actually pulled a farm stock on Monday night.
Awesome.
So
There you go.
yep,
Still at it.
still at it. I think
Probably
they
not
said
as
he's
crazy as they used to be, but they still at it.
yeah. Think they said he's 84 now or something.
Okay. Wow.
Yep, has like 4 or 5 great grandchildren or something crazy. So
Awesome deal.
yep,
And I guess you said Western Maryland or Interstate has Western Maryland
yeah,
Friday night. Okay. So
yep,
Darren
Friday
and the
night.
crew. That's a good deal. And you said if anybody wants to test hook there,
Yep,
to let them know. So,
yes, sir.
okay. Awesome. Okay. Well, with that said, with the Lebanon event I just read, there will not be a show next
That's
Wednesday
right. Yeah,
because I will be in Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
and I will be in Lebanon,
Work.
Pennsylvania.
Maybe we'll do a live. I don't know. I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure I can figure it out. But we'll see.
We probably have to do it both on our phones or something.
That could be scary.
And Norman's owes me a lot of ice cream, so I'll be getting my ice cream that night.
Absolutely, Clint. Absolutely. Come
Yep.
on over, man. Come on over, say hey, and hang out. And we'll pick. I'm sure Dave Kaufman will be there too. We'll pick on Dave Kaufman, the Squatch. I call him the Squatch. We'll pick on him too. So, but anyway, okay, we're not going to rattle on anymore. It's 12 after, and I've got a screaming headache from this wonderful cool front that's going through. And I walked outside a little while ago, and it's not bad. It feels a lot better. But some of us have to pay with sinus headache stuff. So, anyway, great show tonight, Kendra. As always, appreciate your help and appreciate everybody tuning in. And like, subscribe, share, thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. Helps us grow. And schedules are out there. EastCoastProPooling.org, NTPAPool.com, ProPooling.com, InterstatePoolers.com, DragonPools.com, FullPoolProductions.com, EmpireStatePoolers.com, NYTPA.com. I'll keep on .com you to death, but I'm telling you, pick one, take your family out, support these guys. It's we had a horrible COVID year. It's beyond us, and the crowds have been absolutely fantastic. And trust me, they appreciate it. So, okay. With that said,
see you in 2 weeks.
At this point, we'll say 2 weeks. I'm going to be really probably, whether I'm filming or working the track or whatever, I'm probably going to be too busy to try to even think about having a live show from a telephone.
Yeah.
So we're just going to say we'll see you in 2 Wednesdays, 8 p.m. And until then,
with a pile of results.
a pile of results. And just give me a second. I got to get to the right page here. And travel safe. Be safe at the pools. And keep cancer in mind. If you got it in your heart, if you can find it in your heart, $1 goes a long way. We appreciate it. So 2 weeks. We'll see you then.